I guess if you feel entitled, that doesn't make a difference. Have coaching customers of yours tried to date you then, Rashmi?
You are touching on those points which I laugh right now because that makes me the person who I am, and I love myself.
Mm,
you know uh the the irony is there are lots of people who don't know what they are doing. That's how I
mm,
see these days. They don't know what they are doing. They are not visionary to visualize enough that what impact it will create on their own life. It's for me, it's very easy. I can block. I can i can delete all the conversations. I have no business to look at that side. But think about a person who is doing it and getting blocked by number of women or number of ladies, and how miserable this person is. So I always question I know it's a bigger issue, but I always go back because we are talking about symptoms right now. These are the symptoms we have to face, but we are not digging enough to know the root cause of the disease.
mm. Oh, do you have a view about what that might be? And the reason I asked that question is because um, there's a lady who's not part of our group called Zara, and she said that, and it is true, that people that go on to abuse have quite often been abused themselves. And it's an issue. Male rape is a taboo subject. All rape should be taboo, but male rape seems to hold a special fear for men. And I'm wondering if the bravado required to, because so Yamil spoke about the strength that we develop through trauma. Now, she and I have had discussions, and we've had various traumas which may or may not come out in this call. Rashmi, you've alluded to, that losing a job or something like that is a significant trauma at the time, because what am I going to eat? So I don't really. The very extreme sexual abuse is clearly a different category, but below that, I think trauma, it's experiential for the person going through it, and I don't think there's an objective measure. Gregory, you've just joined us. What's your takeaway so far?
So that's a good question, and I'm kind of coming in the middle of the movie, as it were. So I think, and I've been giving it some thought about. It leads into some questions that I have, quite frankly. So, what is it that we're looking to kind of accomplish as an organization, as a group, as a collective at Social Me Too? Because obviously we can block people, like Rashmi, explained, and so forth. And there's only, I mean, we're never going to get to really solving the root cause of some of these problems with people who have had traumatic experiences in their youth that's causing them to have bad behaviors now. That's really, I wish there was a better solution to that. And at least in the United States, just a quick aside, we don't have really adequate mental health opportunities to help people. Even people who have a serious, severe problem and they need a bed, there's just not beds in mental hospitals at all to make that happen. But I really wanted to look into what types of changes in general we're looking to affect. I mean, obviously, by having these conversations, by generating awareness, by creating this collective, we're hoping to hopefully alter some behaviors and change some behaviors of men, maybe able to think twice about how they approach women on social media platforms. But I recently had an experience that kind of made me scratch my head and ask the question, what is it that we want to change about these platforms? What specifically do we want to see happen, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever platform that you're on? Because I had an experience very recently with LinkedIn where someone approached me asking me about my marital status, and then asked me how my wife's doing. And I looked at that as a come on, just trying to see, is there, is he available, type of thing. Would you
This
agree
was
with
a
that?
woman doing it to you.
Yeah.
Carry on. I want to hear more.
Right. So she did, and I just said, I'm not even going to respond. I blocked and I reported it to LinkedIn. Okay. And they went, and I said, yep, this is what it was. This was an unwanted advance. And they came back, investigated it. They actually came back pretty quickly within about 24, 48 hours and said, nope, nothing wrong here. You can go ahead and block the person. I'm like, really? So maybe they looked at it as just a question, not a come on, but I took it differently. And so I don't know how they're responding to any other situations, but what do you, Yamil and Rashmi, think about that, and how would you want the platforms to respond differently?
Well, they respond the same way, Gregory. Every time I report similar ones, it's always the same response. The one thing that I find is I get emails like that probably almost on a daily basis, maybe about 4 or 5 a day. I think a lot of them are fake profiles. I have kings and princes, and I know that they're not looking for lives on LinkedIn. And so, and it is very frustrating. And one of the things that I think about is that there should be some kind of mechanism where these social media platforms should have people verify their identity, but they're not doing it. If you go to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoins and all those websites, they make you verify. They make you hold your ID, your driver's license, and they make you write crypto.com on a piece of paper while holding your driver's license and smiling, and send them that picture. They make you do all sorts of things. And authenticate. I can't say it in English.
Authenticate. Authenticates.
Thank you. It's not my first language. So they make you jump through hoops to be able to be on the platform. But LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter will not do that. And so then we end up in situations where you will have people who will will get women or men involved in online love scams, will end up involving people in human trafficking. There is a danger in these things. So there should be mechanisms put in place.
Now, I was unaware, because I don't even have a smartphone. So, Rashmi, have you looked at these crypto sites? Have you had to go through a verification of who you are to be on a website?
No, I haven't gone that far with crypto yet. So
Okay.
I haven't done it, but I have did it for a couple of other platforms where they want you to hold your passport, because I'm not a US citizen so far. So hold your passport, and that you are not robo, you are doing it live, so they can capture the screen and all. I have gone through that process, but not with the crypto. But yeah, please.
No, please.
But I was listening the discussion with Greg and Yamil has shared so far. There is one more point, one experience I would like to share. I'm working on my 3rd and 4th book, and one of my connection, I was looking for some help for editing my book. So